guys, welcome to episode 2 of Be Your Own Barista. Today I'm going to show you some things you can do with milk. So to start off, a super easy way to get sort of a latte type foam in your milk at home is to simply use a mason jar and a microwave. I just have some almond milk in a mason jar. You can use this for any kind of milk that you would like, but I'm of course using almond milk. And all you're gonna do is put the lid on and then just shake it up super vigorously. And just shake it for like a minute or so. And then whenever you stop shaking, you should be able to look closely and see that there's kind of a small layer of foam on the very top. That's what you're going for. So just keep shaking it until there's as much of that foam as you want there to be. All right, and now all that there's left to do is to microwave this. Make sure that you take the lid off first. Do not put the lid of your mason jar into the microwave. That is not a good plan. Go ahead and put your mason jar into the microwave for about 1.5 minutes or 2 minutes, depending on how hot you want your milk to be. All right, be very careful pulling this out of the microwave because it does get nice and hot, but you can see that there is a nice layer of foam at the top. And if you just kind of swirl around the milk a little bit, that'll help to incorporate the foam into the rest of the milk, and it'll just be much of a nicer texture to drink. It won't be like milk and then foam. It'll be a little bit more foamy throughout, if that makes sense. But yeah, so you just take this and then you add it into whatever kind of coffee you normally like to drink. Add any flavorings you'd like or just sugar, and there you go. You've got latte foam from a mason jar. All right, this next option is again focusing on foam, but it is cold foam. So for those of you who drink iced coffee or cold brew or anything like that, this one is for you. So again, I just put some almond milk into my blender cup. You can use a regular blender for this as well. And all you do is blend it. It's that simple. Simply put this into your blender and then blend it, and that's gonna whip air into it, and so you'll get a nice cold foam. And as you can see, there's that same little layer of foam on there. Now, I am doing this with almond milk, which doesn't tend to foam and froth as nicely. If you're using just a regular dairy milk, you're gonna get a really nice smooth foam by doing it this way. It does work with non-dairy milks as well, just not quite as nicely, but that is how you make cold foam. And you can actually add any flavorings or anything like that into your milk. Like if you add vanilla to this and then make the cold foam like I just showed you, it's gonna come out tasting kind of like whipped cream, which is a super nice, easy, dairy-free alternative to whipped cream. So you can add any sorts of flavorings, or you can just do it with just plain milk. All right, this last thing I'm gonna show you is a little bit more involved than the other two. The other two you can like pull the milk out, shake it up, and you're done. But this one does take a little bit more prep work. But I'm gonna show you how to make your own creamer. So if you wanna do like a non-dairy creamer, sometimes that's hard to find in the stores, this is how you can do it. But you can also do it with just regular milk if you just want it to be a little bit healthier and you want to kind of control what flavors you put in there. So in this saucepan, I have 1 cup of almond milk, and I'm just gonna heat that on kind of a medium-low heat and let that warm up just a little bit. And while that's heating up, I'm gonna add 1/3 cup of white sugar, a little bit of salt, and then from there you can add whatever extracts or flavorings you want. So I'm gonna be using vanilla extract, but you can also use a caramel extract, you could do peppermint, you could add some cocoa powder if you want it to be chocolate. You can really do whatever you want with it here. So I'm just gonna add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now just mix all of that together and let it come to a boil. All right, once your milk is boiling, go ahead and turn the heat down to very low, and then just let it simmer for about 15 or 20 minutes, and it's gonna start to thicken up as it simmers. And you do want to stir it every 5 minutes or so. Now that this is simmered and it's starting to thicken up, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the heat off and let that cool down completely. All right, this has cooled, and as you can see, it has thickened up quite a bit. Technically, this is just a non-dairy sweetened condensed milk. So if you ever need a sweetened condensed milk substitute, here it is. But I'm gonna go ahead and add another cup of almond milk to this, and then mix that all together. And that is all there is to it. You simply pour this into like a mason jar or some other kind of container, and then you just add it to your coffee. So there you have some homemade non-dairy coffee creamer, and you can store this in the refrigerator for about 2 weeks. This is a really versatile way to make coffee creamer because you can use any kind of milk, you can use any kind of flavoring, you can even use any kind of sweetener. So if you don't want the sugar, you can use maple syrup, or you can use honey or agave or something like that. And it's all the same basic recipe, and you can make some coffee creamer. Well, there you have it. 3 super easy ways to up your milk game for your at-home coffee endeavors. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all the things, and I will see you guys next week. Bye, guys.